result on the road, 1-1. What did you guys think?
So I was happy with the point. A lot of people were pressing for the winner and whatnot, but after all these road games, I don't know if I talked to you about it, but we just need something to stop the bleeding. So we got a point on the road. I'm happy with that.
A point in Portland is nothing to be ashamed of. They're a good team. I'll be very satisfied with that point. There will be no regrets there. And I'm going to have to eat a little crow, too. I was really worried that constantly starting Gressel when he was having some struggles was going to have an adverse effect, but no, trial by fire worked. He pulled it out for us today, and I have never been happier to be wrong.
So Sarah actually talked about on the Terminus Legion podcast. That was like basically your whole 5 minutes was like
worried.
anti-Gressel, but
more anti-pressure because he has so much potential. He's so young that we can get a lot out of him, and I was really worried that if it wasn't going to work, are we going to damage what could be a great player?
We don't want to crush his motivation.
Exactly. But, Tata knows what he's doing.
Right.
He knows what he's doing. And
bring him off on the right, it definitely did wonders. He got to wander a little bit, and that's how he scored the goal, right? So.
You could definitely see a difference in today's play, not just with Gressel, but with all of our guys. Right. It was fantastic. It was great having Assad back out there again. You forget how quick he moves when you don't see it for a week or two, but he is fast.
And he tracks back, and then he's able to play that really that through ball, and that's it's great. So we had like 74% possession, I believe, and so away as well against the Timbers. I think that's pretty fantastic.
Yeah. So my biggest thing coming into the game was we were missing Garza. But then Valeri and Nagby were questionable.
Right.
So he's on my fantasy team, full disclosure. So, but Valeri makes a difference. You could argue he's been MVP of the first quarter of the season. Yep. And I was really interested to see how he played. He drew the yellow card on Parkus early. Right. But after that, he didn't have the impact that I thought he would have. Right. And I don't know, Almiron right at the end, I really felt could unlock the defense, but it didn't quite happen. And the second half was exciting. First half was sort of I don't know how you guys were watching it, but first half was sort of But
they just wouldn't shoot. No one was shooting really.
So if we're
few moments where we're waiting and everyone was hyped up, everyone's yelling, we're super stoked, we're on a great breakaway, and then we pass.
Yes.
And we turned it over the ball, and it was heartbreaking, but we made up for it.
I would like to see a little more selfishness in the final third.
Yes.
Just Almiron had one, I think, in the first half where he cut it back where, if you watch the replay several times, you could see what he was trying to accomplish. But just have a rip, dude, you're the man. Just I'd rather you have you taking an upper 90 shot near post than passing it where a recovery run can be made that blocks it. So, yeah.
It's true. It's very true. And so, also, LGP had a very good game, I think, winning a lot of free kicks. What do you guys think of his play today?
I'm a little bit of a
that's
of a fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not going to hear many bad things from me about him. Yeah. He was strong, and I like that you're starting to see that teamwork come back again on our backside. For a little while, it felt like they were a little lost, and I'm crazy about our backline. Goalkeepers are my favorite players generally. I love defense, and I don't like seeing them take a lot of trashing. It gets me a little defensive sometimes. We are built for running and scoring and taking every shot we can take. We're not someone who's going to ever bunker down. That's not going to be our game. And I think we started to drift away from that, really intense South American style of play into something that is a little different and does not work for the lineup we have. It's not the right play.
Because, the fast press is really what we are trying to accomplish.
I really miss our sexy one-touches. That was beautiful to be able to see. That was just something that paid off really well for us, and I think we're starting to get back to that, just constantly moving the ball forward.
She is saying it much better, much more politically and aggressively than I would say it. For me, it comes down to Kenwin Jones. When Kenwin Jones, I feel Kenwin Jones has a very specific role. He came in tonight and did exactly what he needed to do. He's the last 20 minutes, he holds up the ball, brings people into play, playing for the whole 90 minutes is not, it unbalances in a way that doesn't suit us.
Right.
And that really speaks to what Sarah has to say, is like the aggressiveness, can we get to goal as quickly as possible?
Right.
Kenwin Jones doesn't help with that. He has a role. I'm not saying he doesn't have a role. I'm saying he has a very specific role, and you have to use him the right way.
And it was great seeing Mikey Ambrose out there tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was fantastic. When I realized he wasn't going to be in the battery lineup for the Open Cup game Wednesday,
Right.
all I could think is, well, I hope we play him. If we're not going to be able to see him play with the battery, our USL affiliate, does that mean they're going to put him in? So when they did put him in, I was very excited about that.
Yeah.
Big props to Bloom tonight.
Yes.
Playing opposite side. Didn't really notice the difference. I thought he played really well, and I'm glad he got 70 or 80 minutes. I forgot what the substitution came in, but yeah, big props to him.
I think it was points gained. I mean, Portland's a tough team. The Timbers are very difficult to go up against, and we went up against them in their home, not ours.
Right.
And we did very well for that. That's the odds stacked against us. We have to be realistic about the games we play. Of course, we love Atlanta United. We think they're the best team. But there's also other teams out there that are incredibly skilled and incredibly talented. And when you're playing away at Portland, that could very easily be a loss. I am very happy coming away with a point. And I think it's a good setup for next week. If we can draw Portland on the road, we can beat anybody at home.